The Mystery of the Yuma County Five. The night was cold, biting through the thin jackets of the 5 men as they drove down the desolate roads of Yuma County. Bill Sterling, Jack Hewitt, Ted Wire, Jack Madruga, and Gary Mathias had just finished watching a basketball game in Chico, California, and were eager to return home. Their conversations filled the van as Jack, who was driving, navigated the winding roads. But something went wrong. Jack missed the turn leading home and veered onto a narrow mountain road that led them deep into the Plumas National Forest. The group was puzzled but trusted Jack to find the way back. Hours passed. The road grew more treacherous, and soon the van's wheels spun helplessly in the snow. They were stranded. Days passed. The men's families grew worried. They hadn't returned, and search efforts began immediately. The authorities found the van abandoned on a remote mountain road, miles from where the men had last been seen. Strangely, the vehicle was in good working order. The gas tank was half full, and the men could have easily walked to safety, but they didn't. Instead, they vanished. Months later, when the snow finally thawed, 4 of the men were found in the forest. Ted Wire's body was discovered inside a trailer deep in the woods, covered in several blankets. He had starved to death, even though food supplies were found in the trailer. His feet were frostbitten, and there were signs he had survived for weeks in the freezing cold. Yet he hadn't eaten enough to survive. The other 3 men, Jack, Bill, and Jack Hewitt, were scattered in the forest, their bodies found under brush or lying in open fields, as though they had succumbed to the elements. Their cause of death was exposure to the cold, yet there were no answers as to why they had wandered so far from safety. Gary Mathias, the 5th man, was never found. His disappearance deepened the mystery. Why had they left the safety of the van? Why didn't Ted eat the food in the trailer? And where had Gary gone? To this day, no one knows why the Yuma County Five were drawn into the unforgiving wilderness, or what led to their tragic fate. All that remains are the questions left behind by their mysterious deaths, questions that echo through the mountains unanswered.